Hi. So we are in this really interesting in between period right now where we are essentially between upgrades. And I know we like to think of things as instant when it comes to anything esoteric or manifestation, stuff like that, even timeline shifts, right? We do like to think of them as an instantaneous thing. However, we are still in an earthly realm. This is a 3D dense realm in comparison to the upper levels in which these things are dropping down. They are dropping down through density. They're gaining density as they drop down for us. We are in between a major ascension. This is the second part of the triphase biphase ascension that I've been talking about. One thing that I know to be true right now is that manifestation is nearly instant, but we are still in an in between phase where you can be shifted up or you can be shifted down. It really just depends. Projection is very rampant right now because the wicked people in high and low places are very aware of this energy. So there's a lot of projection going on because if you were unaware that you can have so much more, that things could be greater for you right now, it's easy for you to take in the energy that they are giving you and internalize it and sabotage yourself because there is not really any overt or even they do not have the same ability to sabotage spiritually as they had before. So a lot of them are resorting to physical sabotage, and not only physical sabotage, but they want you to sabotage yourself by feeding you the information that they want you to internalize and then make manifest in your own life because you are a creator. If you're one of the ones, you know. So there is a lot of projection right now, and it's negative projection. They're telling you all of these negative things that they believe about themselves and wanting you to take it on. They want you to take it on. And that's because we are in an in between level. We have not solidified in this new second phase of the ascension. It's not finalized yet. So if they can get in here while we're still in this in between period before we have those big flares that will come, if they can get in there, get in your head, get in your body, get in your spirit to weigh you down to where you don't make the second jump, which is such a waste. If you already made the first jump and you made that first ascension, this ascension is a sure go for you. They want you to miss it by any means. And the only way really that they can get that to happen is if they get you to sabotage yourself by getting in your head. So there is a lot of projection going on. They're going to call you names. They're going to bring up old wounds. They're going to say things to hurt your feelings to get you to drop into a lower density as we are moving into the solidification of what's coming. The second phase of the biphase triphase activation that started in 2024. There are a lot of people who feel very powerless right now in a sense of they have lost any spiritual power that they have gained through taking. Whatever power they had has dwindled. They don't have it. They need energy and they need your cooperation to take your energy. So the less you cooperate with them, the angrier they get. The angrier they get, the more they lash out. They need more from you than you will ever need from them. And as their spiritual power dwindles and yours builds up, they lose earthly power as well. And you will start gaining earthly power. No matter how it looks on a physical, you might be losing things physically, and I know this because I have lost physically. You might be losing things physically, but it's only opening up the space that you needed to gain what is rightfully yours because the stuff that you had, it wasn't good enough for you anyway. It was just something to make do. It was something that you got just to get by. You can have better. You're supposed to have better. And as you recoup everything that was taken from you over years and years and years, probably even lifetimes, through these beings who are stealing, and all they could do was steal, and they can't do it anymore because the time has come for the great switch. As you come into this, you're going to possibly lose more, and it's up to you to notice, I'm losing this for my greater good. I am losing this so I can win. I'm being put in a position to win, to have all that I want. You might not have it today, you might not have it tomorrow, but you're going to have it next week. It just needs to materialize. You're recouping things that were lost to you. Not only are you recouping it, you have to integrate again. We're probably going to go into another integration period, just like the one of 2025, where all that we gained in 2024 was basically lying dormant within us to integrate. And I'm not saying we're going to have a year-long integration again. No, not at all. But there will be another integration period. But that's later down the line after this second phase of activations, which is going to come following the bigger flares. And they are coming. So people are running amok right now. People who are losing, who have lost 99% of their spiritual power. 99% of what was stolen is being gifted back. What goes, you must let it go. Release it freely with open arms, because better is coming. And there might be a lot of man-made disasters by people around you who feel powerless in their own ways, because they are losing. They have lost their spiritual power, and it is trickling down into the 3D. So what seems like losses for you is genuinely losses for them. They are losing. They are losing. They are losing. So no matter how they try to make you feel about anything that you are losing, recognize that your power is coming back to you. You are coming back online after a period of dormancy for this next activation, which they cannot get in on. They didn't meet the first activation. Everything they had was stolen. They can't make the jump to this second part. They couldn't even make the first jump. It was a 2-phase activation. In order to have the second phase, you had to meet the first. You cannot get in, so they can't get in. They're locked out. Everything that they had, everything that they stole has dwindled. It has drained. It is filtered out. They have access no more. So you're going to see a lot of people acting very nasty, very strange, very weird, wanting to be close to you, wanting you to engage with them more than normal. And when that doesn't work, they just might behave crudely, nastily, rudely. You cannot internalize these things, because these people are going through a very hard time. Hard times that you can't see, but it is felt. So while your hard time might be more of a displayable thing, internally you feel good. And while they look good on a 3D level, inside they're in shambles. It's the great switch. You have to recognize it. The wicked doers, the evil doers, the wicked doers of this realm have lost control. And there's nothing they can do to recoup that power that they have lost in time for the second jump. Not that they were ever going to make it. They don't have the rendezvous point. They don't have the drop location. They can't get in. So they're relying on you. And that's another thing. If you are a spiritualist and you discuss certain things out loud, certain methods that you don't think are of any importance, and you're just speaking, they are taking the information that you are giving freely and using it against you. And I don't mean in the sense of they're running and telling people. No. If you say, this is my ritual, this is how I do this, they're going to invert your ritual and use it against you. If you say, this is important to me, they're going to turn it against you. In a sense of, oh, you say, dreaming is very important to me, I get downloads through my dreams, they're going to make it to where you cannot sleep to get those downloads. They have run out of methods. Their toolbook has been outdated and outplayed, and it's not working on the beings of today as it did on the beings of yesterday. Stop giving information. If you have to go into a period of silence where you're just not talking much, where you're not posting much, where you're not sharing your methods, get a journal and keep that journal on you at all times. Stop giving them keys to use against you, because they need your keys more than ever now, because they're locked out. I have been discussing the collective consciousness and how it has been infiltrated. These are the beings who have infiltrated, who should not have had access. But that's okay, because if you're one of the people that this is about, you have been moved out of that layer. There is layers between that now that they can't get through. If you want to, you can go in. They can't go up though. So through the next, especially 2 months, you have to be mindful of the projections. That is the big one that they are using now. If it's not just outright physical sabotage of things in your daily life that will make you feel as though you are lacking stability, they want to cause fear, they want to cause panic to drop you down. So if it's not outright physical blockages that they place around you, they want your internal to be in shambles so that you can drop down. Because remember, they're internally in shambles because they know they're losing. No matter what it looks like on the outside, things are inverted for a reason. The people who get it, get it. The people who stay away from you because they feel like you're losing in real life, this game that you're losing, and they stay away from you, they weren't meant to go. They can't come. So don't let them come, because there will come a time where they're going to wish that they were on that ship with you. Just like Noah. They're going to wish they were on that ship with you, that they would have listened to you, that they would have saw, that they had the sight to see, or that they trusted in your sight to see, and they didn't. Let them. Do not internalize their projections. Understand where they are coming from, because nobody who is internally well is going out of their way and projecting and spewing negativity the way that these people do. They are infested. They are like walking rodents infested with fleas. Okay? They're struggling internally in a major way, and it's going to make its way outward as this switch occurs. Once the second activation clicks into place, that is when the switch occurs, and you're going to see things as they should be. It will not be inverted anymore.